Hey, what's up guys? My name is JabsSkyWalker, but you can call me Jabs. Welcome to the first of many guides for Omega Strikers, and I thought I'd start out with Estelle, considering she's my main. And I wanted to show you guys how to play her, the strategies I usually use in game. We're going to play a live game, and I'm going to talk about the perks and just best practices for this character. Now let's go straight into Estelle's abilities real quick, guys. So her first one is Rose Warp. So you blink to a location, then fire a crystal thorn projectile at the nearest enemy, dealing a medium hit. And this is really good, guys, for, just changing position on the map, surprising enemies, and getting that hit in for a goal, or just going back to protect your own. Now, you got to be careful about using this though. If you're going back toward your goal, sometimes she hits behind her, so you could be hitting the goal or hitting the puck basically back to your goal, and that could be bad for your goalie because it's a strong hit. So just be careful when using Rose Warp. But besides that, guys, it is really good for changing locations, surprising enemies, and just getting back for defense. If you're not near the goal, I would definitely use it to get back, and just make sure you angle it so you do not hit the puck back. But besides that, guys, it is a good ability for sure. Her next one is her primary, and that's Piercing Shot. I use this a lot, guys. Take aim and launch a blast of crystalline energy, dealing a heavy hit to all enemies in a long line. Now, the best way to use this is obviously during pressure, to shoot the ball at an angle to basically get it into the goal. And it's just a great way to push in on the goalie. You can even push people back with it, push people off of you if they're hitting you. That's what I usually do. If they're hitting me, I usually just hit them back with my primary piercing shot, or I hit the ball if it is going straight near the goal but not quite there yet. This gives it a nice little push from long range. That's what Estelle excels at, so you definitely want to use Piercing Shot a lot, guys. And her ult, so to speak, is Crystal Thorns. You launch several Crystal Thorn projectiles in an arc. Each deals a light hit. Now, with this move, guys, you got to be careful because you don't want to waste it. This is a really good ability, and you don't just want to shoot it out willy-nilly. I even had those instances where I do just shoot this ability out, and you want to make sure that it's a time where it's just you and the goalie. That's sort of like the best time to use it, because they won't expect a long range attack to hit the ball away from them and then behind them, and then eventually you will score with this a lot if you get really good at it. Took me a little bit, but it's a really good touch to Estelle's kit. And just in general, guys, when it comes to playing Estelle, you want to make sure you are always a forward. Now, you can be a goalie with pretty much any character in this game, don't get me wrong, but you are doing your team a disservice playing Estelle in the goal. She belongs on the field. Her long range attacks are just too good to have her sit back. They don't reach long enough to score from the goal. And I mean, you can use them to play defense and guard the goal, but her primary shot actually doesn't shoot out that quick. It's not as soon as you press the button. It's like a second after. It's a little delayed. So that can't be good for being a goalie all the time, because you really have to think about your timing with her attacks. And then, of course, the ult you don't have all the time. So definitely use Estelle as a forward character in the game, guys. Now, when it comes to just her perks and stuff like that, I usually go with Rapid Fire, Ultra Scope, and Built Different, or Rapid Fire and Missile Propulsion and Built Different. Now, you can do either one, guys, but I really like this build. This is the build I've been using, and I've been getting a good amount of wins with her. So you can use either or, but just make sure you have stronger ranged hits, and just make sure that you have some type of primary ability cooldown for that that projectile that we were talking about earlier. This is good too, but I like to use this because I like to use her E a lot. So this is a good perk for me, good training, but you know, take that with a grain of salt, guys. Anything when it comes to projectiles or just primary ability cooldown you want to use with her. Now I use built different. Not a lot of people do, but I tend to think that this is just better for Estelle. Estelle tends to be pretty squishy when it comes to gameplay, guys. On the map, she takes a lot of damage, so I like to be built different. I like to increase my size and hit harder, so that is why I use that, guys. So you can use any three of the combinations, but I like to use rapid fire, ultra scope, and built different. So what we're going to do is we're going to take Estelle in a game. I'm going to do unranked just so I can kind of like speak with you guys and focus on what I'm doing and talk about it, rather than playing ranked and like trying to speak with you guys and give you tips while I'm playing, but also sweating my ass off. So what we're going to do is we're going to play an unranked game, guys. But yeah, definitely take note of those perks or trainings, whatever you want to call it, and think about those abilities. I'm going to show you how to play them live. You probably see some gameplay already over my voice, but I'm going to show you how to play them live in a bit here. We're going to search for a match, and then we'll get right back into it. Alright, so here we are in a match, guys. My teammates are Ira and Drakkar. Now the thing is, I usually start off with that combo. You see how I use my E, my piercing shot, right off the bat there. That is a good practice with Estelle. You just want to start out with that combo. You want to give that pressure right off the bat to the enemy team using that move. Excuse me. So right here we're just shooting. I'm going to use my W, kind of basically break that, and look at my R. Okay, so my R almost scored there. Drakkar died, unfortunately. But I can basically keep up, use my W again, and then score. Okay, so you want to make sure that your W is used the right way, and that is away from your goal, not towards your goal, because sometimes she does hit back, like I said, guys. But again, look, E, W, you want to Q, and then sometimes I R. It really depends if I have an opening. If I have an opening, that's what I'm going to do, guys. Because sometimes the goalie doesn't expect a full-on attack like that. Oof. So that was probably my part, honestly, because I was hitting the ball. I hit the ball the opposite way at one point, but so basically you want to start off with that combo, guys. So E, I just missed that, but E, sometimes you want to R. My R just got blocked there. So Drakkar just scored there because of the pressure I brought on with my E and W. So you don't want to use it all the time though, guys, because what the E and W do is they make you run out of abilities, right? And if someone starts hitting you, if someone's really aggressive in terms of hitting other players instead of the ball, then you're probably going to be screwed. So as you saw there, I kept the pressure with the R. You know, after I use my E to hit it out. So you just want to do the same thing, you know. Wait to use your W until the right time. Like that would have been a great time. I used my E there to kind of push the ball through to people, but I could have used W, I could use R there. It really depends. And see, look, now you're in a good position for the goalie to hit it back to you. Now you hit it back to them, you go up. Alright, I'm gonna W here, R. Ooh, okay. Estelle hit it away, she's lucky. But yeah, E, W, R, great combos, guys. See? And that would have been goal anyway. If Jakar didn't hit that, it would have been goal. So that's sort of how you want to play Estelle, guys. You want to use that combination. You know, use E to start off. As soon as the game starts, I would use E. I've straight up scored off of that. So you want to just make sure, you know, you have good hand-eye coordination when it comes to that. I have missed, as you saw in the match, I have missed a couple times. But you do want to make sure you get that hit in, guys, because like I said, I have scored off the rip using that. So make sure you have those perks I mentioned earlier, because that is going to make your projectiles a lot stronger. But yeah, that is my little quick Estelle guide, guys, kind of like live gameplay as well. I thought I would switch it up from like most creators who, you know, they do like a post live game type of thing when they talk about a character. You know, they don't actually play right off the bat, or they don't like play live, you know, they just have gameplay footage. But I want to show you guys my Estelle in action, and I wanted to, you know, walk the walk instead of just talking the talk with you guys. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this type of guide. Let me know which character you would like me to play next. I'm going to be training with a lot of them. I bought all of them, so I could play Juliet. That is like my second main, so I'll probably do Juliet next, and then after that, you guys can decide. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Let me know if this guide helped you, and I hope you have the best of today's, tomorrow's, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.